Okay, we're going to continue from moving from the specific purpose statement into the thesis statement, uh, which is critical. If you get anything in this course over this semester, aside from beginning to feel comfortable speaking in front of people, it will be that you must have a thesis statement. This would, if you don't have a thesis statement, it's like sending somebody on a trip of 1,500 miles and not giving them directions, not giving them a map. I know a lot of people don't use actual maps these days, but I still do because they tell you a lot that you don't get from your navigation system. So, GPS is great, but a map, you can see everything. Let's say a boulder comes down and is blocking a road. Your GPS is probably not going to help you out of that situation. You want to know, how can I get off of this road? Your map will show you exactly. So when we give a speech, we have to let the audience know where we are beginning, where we're going, and how we're getting there. Basically, all the steps, because I want to know in advance. I don't want to wait till the end and say, "Oh, that's what we're doing. Oh, now I get it." No, you tell people ahead of time. That's your thesis statement. As we get farther or further along in the speech giving, you will be graded down if you don't have a thesis statement. I would say, beginning with the informative and then ending with the persuasive speech, you must have a thesis statement. But I know you'll want to do it for the special occasion speech also. So we are continuing with slide 15, which states that the thesis statement, and this is going to sound like your specific purpose statement, a one-sentence statement that sums up or encapsulates the major ideas of a speech. It's one sentence. Guidelines for it. This is really going to sound like your purpose statement, but it's very different. Express it as a full sentence. Do not express it as a question. Avoid figurative language. And do not be vague or overly general. This is specifically, I'm going to this place, we're going to stop here, we're going to stop here, and we're going to stop there. I mean, if you have ever taken small children on a trip, they want to know, when are we eating next? Where is it? Where can I go to the bathroom? Okay, this is what you want to inform your audience of, okay? Not exactly, but you know what I mean. Okay, slide 17. Here's an example. Here's an ineffective thesis. We want to make sure it's not too general. So, paying college athletes a salary is a good idea. Good idea. Okay, well, great, but that doesn't tell me much. Remember, our thesis statement is going to summarize everything you're going to tell the audience. You're going to tell the audience, you're going to tell them what you told them, and then you're going to tell the audience, you're going to then tell the audience what you were going to tell the audience, and then at the end you're going to tell the audience what you told the audience. You will have what we call main points in your speech. And in all of our speeches, we are going to have 3 main points, and those 3 main points must appear in the thesis statement. You'll see what I'm going to do here. So this is ineffective. It's way too general. Here we go. More effective. Because college athletes in revenue-producing sports such as football and basketball generate millions of dollars in revenue for their schools, the NCAA should allow such athletes to receive a $250 monthly salary as part of their scholarships. This is a persuasive speech. How do I know that? Because I said the NCAA should. When we are telling people what should or should not happen, we are trying to be persuasive. So this person is not using 3 main points. This person is using 1 main point. The main point is that the athletes do something very good for the school, and so the school should do something very good for the athletes and give them a salary. We're going to want to have more than that. We want to have more reasons to be very persuasive. So go to 19. Here is an ineffective thesis statement. First of all, it's not in the form of a sentence, a complete sentence. Uses of the laser. No, that won't do. Here's the more effective one. The laser is a highly versatile device with important uses in medicine, industry, art, and communications. Now, this person has given 4 main points, okay? The person's going to talk about how versatile the device, the laser, is in medicine, how versatile it is in industry, how versatile it is in art and communications, or actually how important it is in all of those. I'm sorry, now I have the hiccups. Okay, I'm going to want you to go back to this and another PowerPoint on thesis statements to check your thesis statement. Does it match any of these? That'll be important for you. State the thesis as a statement, not as a question. Ineffective. How does indoor soccer differ from outdoor soccer? Again, that's a question. That's not a thesis statement. We don't want to do that. So the next one is a more effective thesis statement. Played on a smaller enclosed field that resembles a hockey rink with artificial turf, indoor soccer involves faster action, more scoring, and different strategies than outdoor soccer. Those are the 3 main points. I am going to show you how these two are different by explaining about the speed of both of them, the scoring in both of them, and the different strategies. Okay? Then we move on to 22. Almost done here, because this is I'm trying to explain this in the simplest terms possible. It's super not complicated. That's a terrible way to say it, but it's really not complicated. Let's not make it any more complicated than it is. Avoid that figurative language again. You know, something's cool. Here we go. I see a word, awesome. Again, what's awesome to me may not be what's awesome to you or 20 other people in your audience. Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula is an awesome place for a vacation. I'm sure it is, but that does not tell me how. It doesn't tell me where you're going with this. So go to the more effective one. Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula has many attractions for vacationers, including warm climate, excellent food, and extensive Mayan ruins. Those are my 3 main points. This is the general point is that the Yucatan Peninsula is great for vacationers, okay? Now the 3 main points are going to tell you how they are great. So we've done that. All right, let's move on to 24. We go from the general purpose to inform to the specific purpose, which is to inform my audience of the 3 major races in alpine skiing. Okay, so let's see if the thesis statement actually does that. The thesis statement is in your speech. The general and specific purpose statements are not in your speech. So here's the thesis. The 3 major races in alpine skiing are the downhill, the slalom, and the giant slalom. So I know right from the beginning that I'm going to hear about these 3 types of skiing. And here is These are statements that you can make when you're moving into your main points. So in that speech that we just talked about, I may say, after I do my thesis statement and give my introduction and that sort of thing, and we'll talk about all those pieces, parts of the speech. The first major race in alpine skiing is the downhill. Then I start talking about that. Then I get to the end of that and I say the second major race in alpine skiing is the slalom. And then after that I go, the third major race in alpine skiing is the giant slalom. Okay, you just take it step by step. Let's start out simply, okay? Let's not complicate this. All right, that's the end of that, and I'll move on to the next one.